Oh, you got that video of the I got it if you don't got it. The CCW?
I do not have the video. I feel like you should pull it up.
I'll go to my Twitter messages that you sent me. Thank you for sending that. Very clutch.
You're welcome.
5 days ago, you just knew.
Let's just assume there's no volume on this video.
No, that's actually perfect.
Okay. So you see the Rolls truck. Nice truck.
Here's the
Gets
thing.
ran up on. Turns around, pulls out the blicky, starts firing. Lets off 6 shots.
Hey,
Dudes scramble. They're running. He's chasing them.
Chase their ass out.
He's casually just walking back to the door.
Right. He still got his coffee too. Okay, bro. All right.
Oh no, this one.
A couple takeaways on this. Here, I'll pause it right here at this moment. Kind of crazy that, like, situational awareness wise, you made it all the way. And I think someone said you might have had an AirPod in, so maybe that's part of the problem. But like, you made it all the way to your door, and the dude made it all the way to you, hopped the fence and sprinted at you. And like, he's only realizing it once the dude has pretty much made it to him. That's the part that I'm like, dang, that could have gone differently. Because if dude already had it on you and he was ready to let it go, you not drawing on him. That's just not going to happen. Like, if it was me, I was the robber, and I was like that, no chance, bro. But he got lucky. It was them ones that want to waive it. But if you got one, they're running because they're not trying to get a murder charge. They're trying to just get, and this is in LA, so they know, even if I get caught for robbing somebody, I'll be out. I'll be good. I'll be on bail.
I'll be
on
out
bond.
the next day.
I'll probably get a slap-a-rooney. Actually, if you do it with a weapon, it actually will give you significant time. That's why all these snatch and grabs, they don't bring weapons and stuff. So now it's a lot of it's misdemeanor or it's felony theft. So it's not that big. Back to the topic. So strike one, he did let dude get to him. That's the only thing. If I'm critiquing it, and then what is this? This is just a random takeaway. What is why is he holding it like that? Look.
Sideways?
Nah, I think the heat of the moment got to him, bro. His thumb is all on the back of the gun and shit. It's like that thing was slipping and sliding in his hands, my guy. It was that's one thing. Okay, but that's beyond the point. This dude is the man. He is a CCW carrier. You are a fellow CCW carrier. I am a moron who waited a while, and now I'm on the wait list to get my CCW. So on the video, it's one of the things where it's like, yeah, man, that's why you gotta have that CCW, bro. Like, you gotta have it, man. Dudes try to rob him. He shoots it out with him. Interesting, he didn't hit anyone, but I've never been in that situation. Maybe the adrenaline.
They still don't know if he actually hit the dudes who tried to rob him. It was 3 dudes, 1 driver, 2 dudes who pulled up on him, and they're still looking for him. They're still like out on the run. But
that's the thing. If you get shot, that's the problem. If you're doing crimes and you get shot, you're gonna have to go to, unless you know a hood doctor, which you probably don't.
That's true.
You're going to have to go to the hospital, and if there's any type of bullets, anything like that, the police get called instantly.
That's true.
Something happened. If you got shot, you got like, and you better convince them like, I was playing with my gun at home type shit. But it's a tough, the police are going to be involved.
For sure.
And so if they didn't turn up anywhere, I don't think he hit anyone. But heat of the moment, I can't judge, but I think I would have hit. But that thing was slipping and sliding in his hands,
It was. But see, back to the first point that you had, the very first part of him just like casually walking to the door and not being really aware of his surroundings, I could sort of understand, because now that I have my CCW, I would say I'm a little more confident at night when I'm walking around, because normally I'm always like checking my 6, like constantly, like paranoid, right?
Right.
We live in LA, you never know when someone's going to pop out on you. I have an orange Tesla, so it could potentially be a target. But now with my CCW, I just feel like I'm the man sometimes, honestly. I hate to say it. And so like, I'm like, I wish someone would pull up on me. I'll just like pop it out and whatever, legally, I'm not really worried. So I'm thinking that's probably where he was coming from. But the second part too is like, when he just started firing randomly, you're never really practicing these different situations, right? As a CCW holder, you go to the range, you shoot it off like we do, but in a situation completely different. Like, you're never really practicing just like drawing from your holster, let alone firing at someone, and especially
you should practice.
You should, and I want to practice it too. Because really, I don't think I'm ready.
I don't think I don't know. He had a great draw.
He did.
But I guess honestly, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm looking at it wrong, because he did have a great draw time, just as far as picked up the shirt, boom, whipped it out. But probably was the adrenaline and shit, because I'm just thinking like, you can't draw that well and then you shooting that thing is sliding in, slipping and sliding, bro. The thumb is going behind. I thought he was gonna get that. They call it snake bite when you get your thumb hit by the slide.
Yeah.
But he did his thing. Okay, but let's talk about this. They revoked his CCW.
They did.
For what?
So his CCW was revoked likely because when you engage with someone, or pretty much if you draw your firearm and you fire it at someone, the state has to investigate. So they do their investigation, they confiscate your firearm. Once the investigation is done and they see that you used your CCW properly and you followed all the guidelines, then they'll send it back to you. Some people were saying that the Department of Justice just needs like cause to revoke the permit, and possibly the LAPD said that, oh, there was certain audio, like he was threatening the robbers, whatever, because the CCW guidelines are extremely specific. There's tons of different rules. Like you could it's brandishing 95% of the time unless someone presents a firearm like that, or if your life's in like imminent danger. So there's a few different theories, but most likely they confiscated it because it's just part of the process, which is weird because he could literally get robbed right now. What is he supposed to do? They confiscated his firearm and the dudes still haven't been caught. They could pull up again in theory.
Right, they could get their get back. One thing, the dude said that he got it taken away because he yelled at LAPD.
That's what I heard. That's what I read. I don't know if I believe that, though. That doesn't make a lot of sense. He's yelling at LAPD, so they confiscate his firearm that's registered to CCW?
Yeah, it doesn't seem very plausible. Also, we don't know which department issued the CCW. There's been a lot of...
the sheriff's department.
It was the sheriff's, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I believe originally. So this is why the story makes no sense. A lot of people don't understand. There's the sheriff's department, the county sheriff's department, right? Sorry, there's one thing. The county sheriff's department. Then there's LAPD. People are like mixing the two like they're one, and that's why they're not making sense. If he says he yelled at LAPD, how the fuck is the sheriff's department going to know that you yelled at LAPD officers, right? And then two, people are saying like a lot of video, even like Colin Noir, big video creator, was like, the LAPD Sheriff's Department. That's not a thing, bro. You're combining both
LAPD
the LAPD Sheriff's
Department,
bro, and it's all online, bro. You'll see so many people saying the LAPD Sheriff's Department took it. No, it's one or the other. And his was issued by the sheriff. That's what I thought it was. His was issued by the Sheriff's Department. So even his story don't make sense. But I think that's what makes the most sense in terms of they're reviewing it. Then ideally he gets it back. But it's a little weird, just putting out they revoked it, not they temporarily suspended it for pending investigation, not we revoked it pending investigation, just it's been revoked. So now you're just leaving people to speculate. And if it's just on the fact of they're just taken away permanently, bro, move me out of California. I hate it here. It's crazy. Like you get permission to legally carry a firearm to defend yourself. You get ran up on by dudes with guns. You legally defend yourself. And then you get it revoked, bruh. Clearly, I needed it. So now what?
Exactly.
What happens? So and now you've broadcast to the world that I no longer have permission to carry a firearm. All right, I feel very safe. So now if I'm a law-abiding citizen, I'm like, no, I don't have my CCW, so I won't carry it on me. And if I'm every criminal or the people that got shot at, the criminals he shot at, I'm like, oh, he's green now. Let's hit him this time. Now he don't have it on him because he can't legally carry it.
Exactly. The logic is lost past me, but also he's on his property. Do you need a CCW to carry a firearm on your property?
I've thought about that. I think he would have been legal to do it, but with these California laws, they might be like, well, you had it holstered in the car. You got out of your car with that. I really don't know how it goes. I think it really is. I feel like it's at their discretion. Like the DA can either press charges on you or not press charges on you for like unlawful firing of a weapon, or like what if they even got you on attempted murder, which is crazy. Like how do you do attempted murder on robbers that are actively trying to rob you? I don't know, man. You never know in California, bro. Yeah,
and another not an issue, but another observation I had is that he chased the robbers, right? With a firearm, especially with the CCW, you can't just chase someone or like shoot them in their back.
So right? I thought that might have been it, but then after watching it closer, he didn't shoot at them. And in his defense, easy defense, he's in a walkway, which is the worst place to be when there's dude with guns. They call it the fatal funnel. You're in a walkway, you're in a doorway. He ran out, and then that's actually legal. I thought he had ran around shooting more, trying to get him. That's where you're like, oof, you kind of pushing it right there. But he ran around and basically cleared the place. You can clear your front yard, you know. So that it's bullshit if they try to cite that as like, oh, you ran after the guy, because that was the first thing I assumed. But either way, it was like a gut punch. Like, bro, so even if you use your CCW, you might get that thing taken. He didn't say any. That's the thing. He would have said they're just pending the investigation. He said, yeah, I yelled at LAPD.
That's so bad, dude.
That don't make no sense. And why did you yell at him? Why were you yelling at them? I don't care. What was there to yell at them about? Why weren't y'all outside?
Maybe they took a long time to respond. I don't know what the response time was.
That's been common. Because some people misunderstand that. They'll be like, people robbed and then dipped and they didn't come forever. The difference is, first of all, I've watched a doc on like LAPD, like phone operators. They live a horrible life, bro, because there's too many calls. They're inundated nonstop. Some calls, it's just the reality. They're not going to get there on time, bro. Someone's in your house right now. Yeah. They just have to, and they have to hear everything that's going on. So it's like very tough on them, bro. I think there's a high suicide rate. Maybe might be making that up, but I'm pretty sure it is, and it's just not talked about. But
I'd believe it. I mean, we need more police.
But if people are breaking in and then they shoot out or whatever, then they leave. If you're the operator, it's pretty much like, okay, well now this is not a code whatever to make them instantly have to come because they're gone. No one's life is at stake anymore. They're gone. If someone comes in 15 minutes versus 2 hours, you're still going to have the same story.
Exactly.
It's not like they're going to pull up and be like, all right, which way did they go? The response time is not going to be that quick. Yeah. So if he was mad about them taking forever to show up, it's because realistically, bro, the calls that they might have had to take were someone literally, something going on right at that moment. If they already left, champ. It is what it is. And you got an awesome viral video. I would be hyped about the video, though, personally. Except for the fact that you were lacking. They ran right up on you. You lucky that they weren't really like that.
It did look pretty good on his behalf, though, because he pulled it out pretty quickly and fired off a decent amount of shots. They ran away.
No hits, though.
No hits that we know of.
Man, blood in the driveway.
That's true. They probably would have found something. But a theory that people had about like why the CCW might have been revoked is he might have had a firearm that wasn't registered to the license.
Another stupid rule of the CCW.
Exactly.
Our and by the way, obviously, y'all can probably tell we're in California. And the CCW rules are just... Oh, in Los Angeles. Sorry, forget California.
Yeah.
Los Angeles. Because you go to Lake Paru, California, it's probably not that bad. You go to like Kingsville. No, that's Arizona. Kingman. It's just like... buttfuck NorCal. Like, I'm sure you can get one just fine. In Riverside, you can get your CCW just fine. LA though, the CCW laws, you have to have the exact same one that you started with, same firearm,
not modified at all.
Yeah, you can't make any modification.
No trigger, no anything.
And that's actually true in a lot of places with the CCW. But why does it matter? Oh no, you shot him with a Glock 21 and you got your CCW with a Glock 19, so you are not legally. Why would that matter? I can legally carry a firearm, but it has to be a specific one that I started out with. What if it's just illegal? It can't just be a legal firearm in general. It has to be the one you started with on your CCW app, which is kind of crazy.
Not only that, but
what if my gun breaks? What if something happens?
Exactly. And that's what people were telling me when I was doing the classes for the CCW. They were like, try to register as many as you can the first time around, because when you want to add firearms later on, it's very difficult. And I'm just now realizing that I have to probably add it when I renew my license, which is in like 2 years.
Yeah.
And like you said, if it breaks, what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, then again, guns don't break that often, but you get your gun stolen from you.
There you go.
We had a friend that got their house broken into, their gun got took. So what? Now my CCW is useless. I can't use my other gun. That's exactly kind of crazy.
That's exactly it. And it's like, if you want people to comply with the law, don't make it difficult. Like, just let me submit an application or whatever, so you can update my application and I can carry my firearm. But if you make it difficult, that's why people resort to doing illegal things.
And other places aren't like that. My brother got his in Riverside, no problem. They damn near want you to get one. They're like, so what is your job? Oh, you do that dangerous parking lot? Like, they want you to name a lot of robberies close by. Halfway nodding at you like, and are you often in like this area where it's very dangerous? Yeah, right. They're damn near nodding at you like they want you to get that thing. You should have it out here. It's dangerous. The people that are law abiding are not. Wow, if you wanted to go shoot up a place, you don't need to wait 6 months for a damn CCW. You'll just go do it, bro. It's just the logic is always just so silly, man.
And I think you could get a lot of ghost guns off the street if you didn't make it so hard for people to conceal carry a weapon. In my opinion, I think ghost guns are always going to be extremely prominent, but to a degree, I think a decent chunk would.
All right, here's what I disagree, because